Hello everybody, my name is Curtis Kaboom and welcome back. Today is October 6th, 2025. Now, normally I'm the one doing all the recommending around here, but for today's Kurt-Tober movie, I got recommended to this movie by a friend and fan of the channel. So, without further ado, let's look at Oddity. Oddity is a 2024 horror movie about a blind psychic woman as she tries to uncover the truth of what happened to her twin sister when she was murdered 1 year ago. With her psychic powers, she's able to read objects just by touching them. With this, she's able to figure out everything that ever happened with this object in the past, including people's emotions or maybe even events that they have seen. And it's quite useful that her day-to-day job is owning an oddity store where people will just bring her weird and possibly haunted objects. This movie made me realize I think I'm a sucker for a good cursed object movie. When you're looking around her shop, you just kind of are curious about what every other object could be, but you only get the answer to that for a couple of objects. But there's a reason for that. This movie is very tightly written. Everything in it has a purpose. There's nothing wasted that doesn't have some kind of payoff somewhere in the movie. That makes it that you're kind of wondering what's going on, what's going to happen, and most of the time your answer is going to be right in front of you. But that's not a problem because the suspense and build-up in this movie is top-notch. Like, I was on the edge almost every scene, even when nothing was even close to happening. And right when you start to calm down a little bit, that's when they ramp it up. You just know that something's going to happen at any time with that wooden golem that she brought that's constantly sitting in the corner. And that golem has such a creepy design. A face that only a horror fan could love. And you feel creeped out anytime this thing even slightly moves. Sure, when it comes right down to it, this is just following the normal haunted doll trope. But because this thing's so massive, it's a little bit scarier because you know it's going to kick your ass worse than Chucky or Slappy ever could. But unfortunately, because of all this build-up, your mind is constantly thinking of what's gonna happen next. And the build-up that you have in your own mind is probably going to be a little bit more dramatic than what actually happens in the climax of this movie. I actually love the end of this movie, but it probably could have just used some more something. And one final thing that I really wanted to comment on is the house in this movie is incredibly beautiful. It's a mix of classic masonry and beautiful woodwork. How does this psychiatrist afford a literal castle out in the middle of nowhere just from taking care of crazy people? I know I'm supposed to be talking about a horror movie, but I just couldn't stop thinking about how amazing this set looks. I don't care how haunted it is. So, would I recommend Oddity? Absolutely I would. This movie somehow manages to balance psychics and ghosts and murder mystery and still be able to be taken completely seriously. This strong team of Irish actors and a suspensefully made script make this movie one that I can't recommend enough. At least watch it one time.